unveiling courage, stepping into the light. Courage. It's a word that carries immense weight, a concept that has been celebrated and revered throughout history. But what does it truly mean to be courageous? Is it a grand heroic act that makes headlines, or is it something more subtle, more personal? It's not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Courage is the quiet resolve that pushes us to face our fears head-on, to confront the unknown with a steady heart. It's the determination that fuels our journey, even when the path ahead is shrouded in uncertainty. Imagine fear as a dark room, a place where shadows loom large and every step feels uncertain. In this room, our anxieties and doubts take on a life of their own, whispering tales of what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, to let the darkness consume us. Courage is not the absence of darkness, but the flick of a switch flooding the space with light. It's the moment we decide to take control, to illuminate our fears and see them for what they truly are. With each flicker of light, the shadows retreat and clarity emerges. We begin to see the room for what it is, a space filled with potential waiting to be explored. Courage is the voice that whispers, "You've got this," when doubt screams the loudest. It's the inner strength that reminds us of our worth, that pushes us to keep going even when the odds seem insurmountable. In moments of self-doubt, courage is the gentle reminder that we are capable, that we have faced challenges before and emerged stronger. It's the hand that reaches out even when our own tremble. Courage is found in the connections we make, in the support we offer and receive. It's the willingness to be vulnerable, to admit that we need help, and to extend a helping hand to others. In these moments of connection, we find strength and solace, knowing that we are not alone in our struggles. Courage is the driving force that propels us forward, even when our knees buckle. It's the resilience that keeps us moving, one step at a time, even when the journey feels impossible. With each step, we build momentum, drawing on our inner reserves of strength and determination. We push through the pain, the exhaustion, and the doubt, knowing that each step brings us closer to our goals. It's about choosing action over inaction, vulnerability over armor. Courage is the decision to step out of our comfort zones, to embrace the unknown with an open heart. It's the willingness to take risks, to face failure, and to learn from our experiences. By shedding our protective armor, we allow ourselves to grow, to evolve, and to become the best versions of ourselves. Courage is the heartbeat of authenticity, the soul of vulnerability, and the bedrock of a life lived wholeheartedly. It's the essence of who we are, the driving force behind our actions and decisions. When we embrace courage, we embrace our true selves, living a life that is rich with meaning and purpose. In the end, courage is not just about facing our fears, but about living a life that is true to who we are, a life that is filled with love, connection, and authenticity. The many faces of courage, from battlefields to bystanders. Courage is a multifaceted gem, reflecting the light of human spirit in countless ways. Courage takes on many forms. It is not a one-size-fits-all trait, but rather a spectrum of actions and decisions that define our humanity. We often picture valiant soldiers on battlefields or trailblazing activists fighting for justice. These images are deeply ingrained in our collective consciousness, symbolizing the pinnacle of bravery and sacrifice. These acts of courage are undeniably inspiring, reminding us of the extraordinary heights of human bravery. They serve as beacons of hope and resilience, guiding us through the darkest of times. But courage isn't confined to grand gestures. It is not always about grandiose acts that make headlines or history books. Often it is found in the quiet, uncelebrated moments of our daily lives. A child standing up to a bully, facing their fears head-on in the schoolyard, shows a form of courage that is pure and untainted by the complexities of adulthood. A single mother, pursuing her education, balancing work, family, and personal growth, embodies a relentless spirit that refuses to be subdued by circumstances. An individual speaking up against injustice, raising their voice in the face of adversity, demonstrates a bravery that challenges the status quo and demands change. These are all acts of courage, often unseen yet equally powerful. Courage doesn't require a cape or a spotlight. It doesn't need an audience or applause. It resides in the everyday moments, in the decisions we make when no one is watching. It resides in the quiet moments of self-acceptance when we look in the mirror and choose to love ourselves despite our flaws and imperfections. In the vulnerable act of asking for help, acknowledging that we cannot do it all alone and reaching out to others for support and guidance. In the unwavering pursuit of our dreams, no matter how daunting the path, it is the determination to keep moving forward even when the road is steep and the journey is long. Consider the elderly person learning new skills, embracing change and growth despite the challenges of age. This too is a testament to the enduring nature of courage. Or the individual recovering from illness, fighting every day to regain their strength and health. Their journey is a powerful reminder that courage is often found in the struggle to overcome personal battles. Communities coming together in times of crisis, neighbors helping neighbors, strangers offering kindness. These collective acts of courage build the fabric of a resilient society. Standing up for one's beliefs, even when it means standing alone, is a profound act of courage. It is the conviction to stay true to oneself, regardless of the consequences. Facing our fears, whether they are physical, emotional, or psychological, requires a deep well of courage. It is the inner strength to confront what terrifies us and to emerge stronger on the other side. Making difficult decisions, especially those that impact our lives and the lives of others, is another form of courage. It is the willingness to take responsibility and to act with integrity, even when the choices are hard. Showing empathy and compassion, reaching out to others in their time of need, is a quiet but powerful act of courage. It is the ability to connect with others on a deep human level and to offer support and understanding. Embracing change, adapting to new circumstances, and finding the strength to move forward in the face of uncertainty. These are all expressions of courage that shape our lives and our world. As we reflect on our own journeys, we can see that courage is woven into the fabric of our everyday lives. It is the thread that connects us, the force that propels us forward, and the light that guides us through the darkness. From battlefields to bystanders, from grand gestures to quiet moments, courage is all around us. It is the essence of our humanity, the heartbeat of our collective spirit, and the foundation of our shared future. Courage in the mundane, the everyday hero within. Every day we encounter moments that test our resolve, our patience, and our inner strength. These moments may not make headlines or be celebrated in grand ceremonies, but they are the quiet battles that shape our character and define who we are. Courage isn't reserved for extraordinary circumstances. It's found in the small, seemingly insignificant choices we make daily. It's in the way we handle stress at work, the patience we show our children, and the kindness we extend to strangers. These acts, though small, require a deep well of courage. It's woven into the fabric of our daily lives. Just as threads come together to create a strong and beautiful tapestry, our daily acts of courage interlace to form the essence of our being. Each decision, each action, contributes to the larger picture of who we are. It's facing a difficult conversation with a loved one, where honesty and vulnerability are required. These moments, though challenging, are opportunities for growth and deeper connection. They test our ability to be open and truthful, even when it's hard. Pursuing a new career path, stepping into the unknown with hope and determination is another form of everyday courage. It's about taking risks, embracing change, and believing in our potential to succeed, even when the future is uncertain. Or simply speaking our truth, even when our voice trembles. It's about standing up for what we believe in, sharing our ideas, and expressing our feelings, despite the fear of judgment or rejection. This kind of courage is about being true to ourselves. It's about showing up authentically, even when it's uncomfortable. In a world that often pressures us to conform, being our true selves is a courageous act. It's about embracing our uniqueness and letting our true colors shine, regardless of societal expectations. It's about embracing vulnerability, knowing that it's not a weakness, but the birthplace of connection and growth. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open the door to deeper relationships and personal development. It's through vulnerability that we find strength and resilience. It's in these everyday acts of courage that we discover our strength, resilience, and capacity for growth. Each challenge we face, each obstacle we overcome adds to our inner fortitude. It's through these experiences that we learn, adapt, and become stronger. Each small act of bravery chips away at our fear, paving the way for a life lived with greater purpose and authenticity. It's the accumulation of these small acts that leads to significant change. By consistently choosing courage, we create a life that is true to who we are and aligned with our deepest values. So let us celebrate the everyday hero within each of us. Let us recognize the courage it takes to live authentically, to face our fears, and to embrace vulnerability. These are the qualities that make us truly heroic, not in grand gestures, but in the quiet, consistent acts of bravery that define our lives. Remember, the everyday hero is not someone who is fearless, but someone who faces their fears with grace and determination. It's about the journey, the small steps, and the everyday choices that lead to a life of meaning and fulfillment. Embrace your inner hero and let your courage shine through in all that you do.